Why don't you take off all your bullshit? Make yourself comfortable. Alright, whatever you say, lady. So one thing that we gotta do is we need to go to Diamond City and turn in the Deathclaw egg. But, we don't need to do that particularly right this very second. What we need to do more or less right this second is go back to Red Rocket and Sanctuary and do our, you know, do our power armor to a good level, and then we also can harvest all that shit that they've got there and make some starch, some vegetable starch. And the place that she gave me to collect shit from was Greater Mass Blood Clinic, which is right over here somewhere. I thought I unlocked it as we were running through one of these areas. What the fuck, man? There's that. There's the nest. Oh, Greater Mass Blood Clinic's over here. This place has a few, a little buglies, but it's mostly blowflies. That ain't nothing to be particularly afeared of. Okay. Nightbot is not wanting you to talk to him. Or her. I mean, Nightbot hasn't really identified yet, so. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Yeah. We did the thing, we got the stuff, and then now we're gonna go do the thing, so. But first, yeah, back to Sanctuary. Let's disable all these quests so I don't get confused. Nothing is on there now. Okay, cool. I mean, I suppose I ought to put a little tab on Red Rocket. What are you guys blowing up over here? Oh, Jesus God, man. Is that you, Carla? Hell yeah. All by yourself. You're just wrecking dudes. This is all you, baby. She ain't gonna be able to handle this shit. Sorry, Carla. You're on your own. I'm the fuck out of here. Ooh. Ooh. Little barricade grip. I feel like the fucking battle music is super loud right now. Oh shit. You wanna fight? Here, fight some raiders. They got nothing going on. At least not for a while. Every time you see a pack Robin running, they got a lot of muscle, man. They can do the thing, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know why, but the fucking music audio is super loud right now. Should not be that loud. I forgot that when I reinstalled Fallout, I didn't adjust the music, so my particular bad. Yeah, it's actually pretty impressive how far we've gotten without even without even doing like sideways attacks by not attacking kind of thing, you know what I mean? You know, one thing that I considered was Ricochet, which totally works with this build. However, it doesn't have a very good chance to succeed. And I didn't feel like it was worth it to put... I felt like I had two things that I could put all the way up to level 10 to get the perks to level 10. And obviously Endurance should have been one of them. And the other one I felt like... I mean, I didn't need to go up to Intelligence 10. But, no, don't lock and load. I'm your friend. What, in my opinion, is the coolest ending? You know, out of all the... I mean, all the endings are more or less the same, except for the Institute ending. And I kind of prefer the Institute ending, but only because the premise of the game is finding your child. And that's what you do if you find your child. Either way, the kid dies, but, you know... He doesn't have to die, I guess. Are we having a discussion about what's the definition of communism? You know what a commune is? That's the premise. I don't know. I think the most gnarly indictment of like the communist experiment in Russia has to have been the Master and the Margarita, or the Master and the Margarita, I think is what it's called. It's a Russian book. It's super duper famous. It was banned for a long time, and they made a TV show out of it. And Elena was showing it to me, and it's like, damn, dude. This is pretty genius-ass shit. Okay, you don't need to be supply-lined. But you can go to Sanctuary Hills, if you want to. I don't think... I mean, I suppose you should stay here. Yeah, I put their guy right here next to the machine gun turret. Let's see. We need to continue going north. I don't actually want to do my repairs there. I want to come over here first. I think the Marxism and Leninism links got fucked up. Hey, buddy. Boing, 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 boing. You're weird. I'm like, why the fuck am I not going the right direction of Sanctuary? I was just going north and it was like confused as hell. The uptime says 9 minutes because we just restarted the stream, remember? Oh, I just assigned that guy. That is correct. Scrap that. Scrap that too. Oh, god damn it. That couldn't have happened at a worse time. Well, what was it? The Drifter outfit? Oh well. Communism and Marxism is the exact same thing. Read the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx. Well, you know, they did modify it a little bit before they called it communism. Before that, they really just called it Marxism. But I will say this. It probably doesn't matter, because we're not going to change our form of government, so... I don't know. I think... I mean, I might be wrong about this, but I think we could probably just not worry about this conversation. Unless we're planning on starting in an island somewhere. Do you guys want to have an island somewhere? Fuck, I'm gonna be over encumbered as hell when I get out of this suit. Carla, I hope you fucking get up here pretty soon. Yeah, one of them is an ideology and the other one is a form of government. They are different, but they're based on the same concepts. It's like the difference between pacifism and Christianity. Why are we having this discussion? I don't understand. Okay, I stored all the junk. The other thing I can do is... And I don't know, I probably should just hawk this shit, but I could sell all this stuff. It's very, very heavy. But I could just stick it in here for now. So basically what I'm trying to tell you guys is that you're both right. They're different, but they're the same. See, I don't have any buff out, I guess. Yay! I'll make some jet fuel. Okay. I can make so many of these syringes. I could make 2 of these, and 1 of these, and 2 of these, and I guess I could make a ton of these. These ones don't actually take too much. The problem with bleed-out syringes, well, you know, here's the thing. This is bleeding damage. If I did do a syringe or rifle only run, this would be the only one that we can really make that does a ton of damage over time. But 30 points of damage over 10 seconds to a target means that you either need to fire it really fast and have a fucking ton of them, and fiberglass is really not that common. Oil isn't that common either, but I guess it only takes 1 of each. I don't know, maybe one of these days I will do a syringe or rifle only run. It's this kind of shit that fucking kills me. Chance to hit. Chance on hit. You know. Yeah. If I was going to do a syringe rifle run, I wouldn't do it on my own. I would have a companion. Yeah, you guys can have your discussion. I want everybody to learn shit. I'm not gonna go through and start. Why do I have this thing? I don't need that thing. I'm not gonna go through and tell everyone to shut the fuck up because I don't want there to be any discussion about anything, but you know, I want everybody to be relaxed in here. It's so very easy to get derailed. What is this fear of conflict and offending someone? It's not a fear of offending someone. It's a fear of perpetuating a society that makes a joke out of an entire person's, like an entire group of people's lives. Like, for instance, if you're Johnny Knoxville and you make a movie about pretending to be retarded so that you can win the Special Olympics, that could be you know, that could be like an example of learning tolerance in a place that's, you know, in a culture that's highly intolerant. But if the entire movie is mostly just an excuse to see Johnny Knoxville act like a cartoon character version of a disabled person, then that's not okay. If for instance, your perception of I guess we have way too much fucking mute fruit, huh? Your perception of society is that, you know, we have a lot of people who are mentally disabled. Maybe we should just fucking put them all down so that we don't have that burden on society. That has to have come from a culture wherein it was just okay to discuss people like that as if they didn't, you know, as if they didn't fucking matter, as if they didn't exist, life would be better. And that's basically what it comes down to. We're not going out of our way to try not to offend anyone because we're afraid of everybody's feelings. Now, there are some things that I think it's totally okay to offend somebody about. If you go into a discussion with somebody who's highly religious and they say, listen, condoms are fucking terrible. Every time that you jerk off, that seed needs to go inside of someone's body because that's what it says in insert book here. And you say, hey, listen, the biggest problem in the world right now is that we're essentially to a point where we're going to be overpopulated and we're all going to be fucked if that happens. And they say, you're religiously oppressing me and that offends me or whatever. Fuck them. That's a valid point that you're making. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm delineating these two things appropriately, but there's degrees of protecting people that can probably protect themselves, and then there's, you know, there's disparaging an entire group of people who can't protect themselves, like the mentally challenged. Or people who, despite being totally capable of protecting themselves against another person, are occasionally tied to the back of a truck and dragged down the fucking street. Oh, whoops. That's not enough power. That's a lot of water. Sneaky fence post. Terrible. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. The syringer rifles are definitely not OP. But I guess if you were going to do a character that relied entirely on bleeding damage, that actually wouldn't be all that bad. You know, the more that I play this game, the more I realize that it probably could be done. Because when I very first saw it, it was while I was beginning the no-kill run. And, I looked at this shit and I was like, oh yeah, dude, I got berserk syringes, I got fucking pack syringes. By the way, the guy told me that this never fails. But it says right here, chance. You know, and I was thinking in Skyrim terms. I was thinking I need a frenzy spell, I need a calm spell, I need a fear spell. And here they are. Here's the fear spell, here's the calm spell, and here's the frenzy spell. But antifreeze bottles and bourbon do not turn up very often. And that's what you use to clear areas out, is this kind of shit. But the bleed out syringe doesn't cost, or doesn't have that rare of ingredients. And you really could make a bunch of them. And then, because the darts, so long as you're accurate with them, because the darts have 0 damage resistance, because I'm sitting there using a pistol that does 27 damage, and I gotta fire it into a guy's neck 100 goddamn times to kill him. And, this wouldn't do that, because it would bypass all of their damage resistance. It wouldn't even matter what it was. It could be a Mirelurk Queen, it could be an alpha albino chameleon death claw, this thing would still do a straight 30 points of damage. No, whatever.
Thank you. It's like I can
There
finally
are
think
no
straight.
legendary syringe rifles. You're correct about that.
That place is nothing but trouble.
Okay, so what we need to do now is... Let's see, I did the chemistry stuff. We'll roast up some shit here, whatever we got. I guess that's it. There's a fair amount of that stuff. Okay. That's not Carla. We need to eat something. God damn it, I can't believe the vegetables are poisonous. These people survive on the vegetables, for Christ's sakes. Alright, let's put the remaining aid stuff that we can use for later in here. I guess I can put the aster in there for just in case. I need to take that home. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, I can take that locket back. I never did that. No. Store the junk. Quit being goofy. Alright, now let's see what all we can do with this shit. The Vim Refresh paint job increases agility with all pieces painted.
Got a dangerous look about you.
I think we could probably do without that. The explosive shielding is probably the way to go. Photovoltaic coating. This is new. Fuck, it takes 4 crystal though. Jesus. Alright, let's start with the going up to D here. Before I run out of shit. Oh, I can't go up. No, I don't have enough aluminum. Alright, well, we're not going to go to C. That doesn't make any fucking sense. None of this is particularly useful. Targeting HUD might be okay later on. The rad scrubbers was what I kind of had intended for this build, but I actually think the targeting HUD would be better. Just because it will sort of make everything glow, and so I know if I'm running directly into a group of dipshits. The Vim Refresh job with the agility is okay, but no, we don't have the aluminum to do explosive shielding on everything or prism shielding. I mean, energy resistance is very nice, but let's see here. We can't do anything here unless we have 3 or 4, so that we already covered that. And I mean, this is okay for now, but we mostly want to either do explosive vent and do, you know, big impacts when we're actually trying to kill stuff, or we want to do optimized servos so that we can sprint a ton of distance. But I guess this is okay for now. What does the Vim mod do exactly? Every piece, it's like a paint job, and when you have the whole thing painted with this paint job, then you have an extra point of agility. Which, of course, we don't need, but the Flames mod does the exact same thing, and the rest of the stuff costs. And Carla's still not here, so... I don't get it. Why aren't you people fucking harvesting shit? What did we run out of when we were doing this? Just out of curiosity. Potatoes? I suppose I should go do the Abernathys farm and assign some of these wandering jerk-offs over there. so we need to go to Abernathys Farm here. We actually went and grabbed the locket. We just didn't, we didn't do anything with it. Ah, fuck. I repair the legs. Which one is the one that's busted? They're all probably in bad shape. Nice. Those armor pieces have a lot better durability than the T-45 shit we were carrying around before. Yeah, we're not gonna do the black. We're not gonna do black paint and then do green everything else. If we're gonna stick with a paint job, we'll stick with the paint job. Now, all of this shit is assigned, right? I mean, there's a million of you dudes. I probably should have replanted everything, but now we have plenty of adhesive. Next time we come up here, we'll replant everything. Oh, Zexva, thank you for the follow. Sorry I didn't see it. I was thinking, I was doing some armor thoughts. If only we could plant aluminum. Yeah, I heard that, man. I mean, you know, we both know where to go to get fucking tons of aluminum. We could go to the 2 fish packing plants, the 4-leaf clover, the 4-leaf fish packing plant, the macro fish packing plant, and we could go into, Corvega and gather up all those cooling caps. And we would have aluminum for days and days and days. But I don't feel safe going into those enclosed spaces to gather shit unless I have the ability to kill the raiders and the ghouls that are in there. And right now I don't. Now, one nice thing about using the Tesla armor is that I don't need to take damage to give it. If I use the reactive plates, I'll have to stand there and get whacked over and over and over again to do damage. But if I have the Tesla armor, all I need to do is get into a place where they can't get close to me. You know what I mean? Now what I think we should do is plant all these potatoes back at Sanctuary. And when we get, after we get this settlement and scrap it, we can send some more settlers from Sanctuary to here.
Hey there.
And then we'll have potatoes for dados, you know what I'm saying, yo?
That's close enough, stranger.
It's okay, I'm friendly.
Yeah, I'm friendly, and I'm not looking to cause any trouble. I want to talk to you about farming. I might start farming.
I'm sure I'll give it a try someday.
Tell me about your dead daughter.
Sure. Bastards. All of them.
That's what.
There's nothing worse than losing a child.
I don't know.
I took care of some raiders earlier.
I didn't take care of the raiders.
Sure she'll go lean on her price.
There was no taking care of the raiders. You don't need to know that, though. Ah, fuck, I should have gotten out of my power armor. I'm really bad about that. I mean, I guess what I probably should do is not wear the intelligence shit and do the intelligence mod on the helmet and just have 11 intelligence. That'd be about as good as it gets. I like how it's not even going to show the quest. It's just going to show quest completed. And I stored all my junk, so I'm going to have to come back here to build some turrets and whatnot and so forth.